Hi, and welcome to the 2019 Paper 2 for the Junior Cert Higher Level. This is question 12. As always, if you want to set notes I'm working off, just send me an email at shanetroy@gmail.com. This question here is a theorem. I have a link here to all the different theorems and constructions on the current Junior Cert syllabus. It's currently 2020. So question 12 here is asking us to prove that each angle of a triangle is equal to the sum, so added, the sum of the interior opposite angles. Okay, so this is a standard theorem, okay? So I might as well go to the answer. Before I do, I should say that the theorems are something you have to learn off. There's no point worrying about understand them to any great extent. Now, obviously that's important, okay? But in terms of an exam situation, you're trying to regurgitate to get as many marks as possible. I feel bad for saying that. Of course, you should understand them, okay? And once you get the hang of them, you're going to be able to use them in more complex problems. So, to an extent, this is learning by rote or verbatim, and that is kind of against what I believe in, but to a certain extent. But it always has to be said that sometimes you need to know stuff, okay, and then you can apply it, okay, and how you apply it is very, very important as well. So this diagram is one, this is basically what you're asked to prove. You're asked to prove that the exterior angle, D, is equal to the sum of the interior but opposite angles. So these two angles here, A and B. Okay, so you draw this. This is basically step one. You draw this diagram, okay, and you'll state that you're given the triangle with angles labeled A, B, C, and D, and you're asked to prove that the size of angle A plus angle B is equal to angle D. Now, there's again a standard way of doing this, but basically, first step there, you're trying to prove, or you're stating, not trying to prove this, there's a different theorem to prove this. The angle A, angle B, and angle C all equal to 180 degrees. Okay. Now there's a set of proofs for that statement, which is why we kind of know it as a second nature ourselves without knowing or even appreciating that there is a proof. The angles, that's just the reason, is all the angles of the triangle add to 180. Now step 3 here is just stating that angle C plus angle D equals 180. Okay, so a straight line has angle 180. If you put those two statements together, like this is something I maybe have appreciated more and more as I've gone through my maths career, that when two things are equal, okay, you should always be looking for that kind of statement. Once you realize that 180 is equal to 180, that means that the C plus D here is equivalent to this. And that's been stated here. Okay. Now, if you see there, that's kind of the equation. Okay. So something's common to both sides. They can cancel. Okay. You left the statement angle A plus angle B is equal to angle. Now, so this link, okay, I'm going to have to get out of the session to, I'll end the show in order to click on the link and let it open. So it should eventually open. Oh, broadband, don't fail me now. And it's a pretty big website. Go back up. Okay, now I had clicked on this is the Project Maths or the Post-Primary Maths Development website. You get different sections. We're currently in geometry and trigonometry. You're looking at different proofs there. I think that's actually the one right there. Okay, there's a GeoGebra file there, but there's also down here is a PowerPoint. Okay, exterior angle. Maybe that one. I click on that. Okay, it should open a file. No, it should open. Let's see, download. So let's just click on the right buttons will help. Once that opens up, it has a PowerPoint going through the different stages. Now, you may not have access to PowerPoint, but in your book, especially that list alone, would be good for just getting what the theorems are. In my day, I just kind of got a card, wrote each theorem out, and just went through the cards again and again and again to try his best to memorize it. Okay, and I suppose that's an important thing to do. Why this isn't open yet? It should have opened. I was downloading it. Apologies. It actually was open. I just didn't click on it. sure what's going on here. It's finally opening, so apologies, just don't know why that happened. It didn't happen the first time I opened it. So that's just, you open it up here, it shows you the statement, okay? And it's visual, okay? And it's just flick down to wherever. So it's a good place to have where everything is, and we're exploring that for different sections. Seeing there's something, if there's an area you're weak in, kind of give you a different take on it. Okay, so I'll finish up there, and that's the end of this.